let's do a get ready with me. Why not? I might even do this in real time and not hyperlapse you through it. We'll have to see. Right, I'm going out, that's why I'm doing it. So I'm just going to pull my hair back out the way. Hair's been freshly dyed and all of that. First and foremost, we are starting with a serum mist. It's a cheapy one by Barry M. Shut your mouth before you spray. Move my keyboard and give my phone its last bit of charge. Let's make sure I've got a full phone when I go out. Oh, it is full. Oh, that's good then. Right. I exfoliated my face last night. I plucked my brows last night. Did a last little bit of plucking this morning. So, what are we gonna do? Let's get everything out and then I can go through it. Right, I've got some vitamin C eye serum that I am going to apply before I apply anything else. I do a line along the top joint of my middle finger and then I make sure basically that my eye socket is fully covered like so. So there's some in the pipette and then I just go from the joint in a line to the tip. I even painted my nails, look. I am actually trying to get an appointment to start getting my nails done again and my nail tech is ignoring me, which means she has no appointments. So we're going to let that dry down. Lots of flapping, lots of flapping. Sorry if there's background noise, my mum is deaf, so she has the TV really loud. And it's annoying. The mirror is like there, so I apologise that I'm not looking directly at you, but the viewfinder is too small when I'm not wearing my glasses. Right, now let's do some primer. This is e.l.f. the pink primer, and then you just go splodge like that. You get a little bit, it's a nice jellified primer. I don't put it all over, but I do make sure that I get a good coat on the rough areas like your chin, you know, and anywhere where the skin might be a bit rough, like down the side of your nose and but around here especially. Okay, that's the prep work done. You need to allow your primer again to dry down slightly, otherwise it just won't do the very good job. Itchy eye. Right. Ooh. New bras and they're digging in slightly. It's also firework night, so I apologise if you can hear lots of banging and crashing. There is not an accident happening outside. It is just the exuberance of the bonfires. Let's have that one. I'm sorting through my brushes to find what I need. I don't need this, I don't need that. Okay, those should do. Right, now. I don't put makeup on the back of my hands because I don't like the feeling, so I have this. This is an acrylic block for stamping, you know, like arts and crafts. It's just a little acrylic block and I just wipe it off every night. So first and foremost I'm using L'Oreal Paris CC C'est Magique, the green one. Give it a little shake because it's quite watery. And what this does is it helps get rid of all the red. So as you can see, what I do is I go squirty squirt, like so, just to make sure there's a bit on there. Drop that into my pot. Now I'm going to use the Royal and Langnickel foundation brush. Okay, and then I just treat the block like everybody else does the back of their hand. So I dab a little bit and then I apply where I have redness, basically, which is down the middle. I should have been a farmer's wife. Ooh, I hope that display is over and that people come dancing afterwards. I'll not be drinking alcohol because Callie's quite uncomfortable at the moment and I'd like to be on call in case anything happens. Okay, now I don't have any of the thingy left. If I do, I would normally then mix it with my foundation. I use Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid. Sorry about the light. Dream Radiant Liquid in the, oh, come on, focus. In colour 01 Natural Ivory. I'm sorry, I haven't got my glasses on, so everything's sort of like, I put a good hefty squirt so it looks like a little poo. That should be enough. I don't wear a lot of foundation. Now I'm going to leave that and I'm going to underpaint. So first I'm going to, I'm going to use my concealer and I'm going to do the places that I like to mask up, which is there. I mean, I've seen some of these guys and they paint loads on and I'm like, okay, but that's a lot. That's what I do. Alright, just that little bit. Now I'm still new to this, so you know, don't laugh at me. It's not perfect, but like I said, I'm still new to this, so right, I'm going to blend the contour with a damp sponge. I don't know whether I blend it too much, you know. Do I blend it too much, do you think? Should I do more? And maybe not blend it quite so much because I'm going to put foundation over it in a minute. And obviously I don't want a line, but okay. Now use a I don't use an actual concealer stick. I use a cover stick foundation. And I'm doing underpainting, I think. Till I don't know what I'm doing, can't you? I don't know whether a stippling brush would work better actually. I need to adjust my overhead lamp because it's pointing slightly off to one side, which makes one side of my face awfully shadowed. Oh, that's a little bit better. I mean, I saw Charmel and she did it that she had an actual line and I'm like, I don't know how you do that. Also forgot to put some on my nose. a little bit more. And I'll allow that to sit there while I use the foundation that's been sitting on this block for the past couple of minutes. I don't know if I'm doing this right, if it looks ridiculous. I haven't yet gained the courage to try blending under my chin. I'm just not sure. But I was watching a couple of videos about contouring and they said you need to use grey shades, and I'm using like a brown. So I'm a bit like, oh, am I using the wrong fucking colour? You know? Because if I'm using the wrong fucking colour, that's no good, is it? Can you tell I don't know what I'm doing? Is it obvious yet? Okay, now that's all my foundation and the rest of it done, and I'm now just going to blend it with my sponge. And what this does is it gets rid of any of those brush strokes, helps do the final little bit of blending, especially around the eye area. And you are literally patting, okay? Never wipe, pat. So I'm now finished with all of that, and I've used pretty much all of my foundation and that. I've got tiny little bit left, which if I need it I will use on my eyes a bit later. Now I'm going to use Revolution translucent powder, and what I do is I pour it into the old powder puff from just old compressed powder. Okay, so I go until I've got a nice little amount. Then I start with this. Okay, this is a little mini sponge, and what I do is I go press to load up my powder puff, and then I pack it under my eyes to bake under my eyes. Okay, and I do it with this because of this handy little triangular bit, which allows you to place the powder pretty much where you want it. Then I swap to my big poof. I love this thing. Okay, it's got 3 little loopies, and then all I do is I go puff puff, knock off, and then just poof everywhere else. Really? You might want a little bit more powder. I've discovered I love the look of powder pressed on with this more than I do with using a brush. It just goes on nicer, it looks nicer. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the wee one go into the eyes. Okay, just to help bake that area. Okay. And then if I've got any powder left over, it's not wasted because I put the lid on and I can keep it. Pardon me. Right. We are going to want to next find which palette we're going to use today. Not that one. Might add a bit of fleek. I'm going to go to my trusty Sorceress palette. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this this brush, which is a setting brush by and it's number, Jesus, why am I straining my eyes like this? Right, it's a setting brush by Real Techniques, number 402. What I'm going to do is just brush off my eyelids of any extra setting powder, like so. Do I? Okay. Do I? Okay. Then I am going to swap to this brush. This is a no-name brush that I paid barely any money for. I got it in like the pound shop. You Americans, your version is the dollar store. And I'm going to use my Sorceress palette, and I'm really thinking green because I've just looked down and Shapeshifter is a beautiful green, but then Transform above it is a beautiful sort of bluey purple. So I don't really know, I'm sort of stuck. It's a beautiful shimmer, they're both beautiful. Oh fuck you guys, I'm totally stuck now. Lunar Eclipse is also beautiful and would look really cool. Let's have a look. I've got this glittery palette here as well. Don't know if I need it or... I'm going to use... I've got one of these makeup wipe things. It's just this little black sponge in there. It needs clean. Please ignore the fact that it's covered in makeup. Oh no, I've got powder on my jeans. Clean jeans and I've got powder on them. Okay. What colour am I going to do? What colour am I going to do? Let's start off with a bit of Chalice, which is a sort of silvery grey, I think. I don't know what colour I'm going with at the moment. So we're starting with a, it's a bit too sparkly that to work as a transition shade, but hell, go with it. Yeah, it is a bit. You really want a matte to do your transition shade. In my day. And I'm going to sweep that back and forth. Now I have slightly hooded eyes, so I bring my makeup quite high up on my brow bone, otherwise you can't see it. And I want to see it because it's so pretty. Now this is a very, very light shade, just to start me off. Yeah, I'm thinking of purples. But then there's also that gorgeous green. Oh fuck! Right, let's start off with Focus. We're going green. So I'm going to add that on over the silver that I've just done to sort of make it like a transition shade. And instead of swiping it, I'm more dabbing it because it's such a beautiful colour. Now I'll sweep a little bit just to give it a bit more solidity. Now I'm going to a pub and then a club, so I want it to be, you know, noticeable makeup, you guys. This has got to be noticeable. So I've got Pocus, excuse me. Oh, yeah. And now I want to go a smidgen. Oh, that shapeshifter's beautiful. I'm going to use that next. I'm going to go a smidgen darker, and I'm going to go for Powerful, which is more of a sort of tealy colour. Okay. And I'm going to, I mean, look at that. I'm using the same brush all the time. So we'll start off by putting that there. And then we're going to take that across into the cut crease, like so. And go and sweep it a few times, and then blend it a few times. I will do several layers of colour, simply because I just do. The hardest thing for me is getting it so that it's even, you know. Don't worry about this fallout, okay? Don't worry about that. Don't touch it, just leave it alone for now. Because that's what you baked for, okay? That's what all that powder under my eyes is for. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to do two colours. I am going to do Shapeshifter, which is a slightly shimmery, and I'm going to use my finger to pick this. Oh my god. Oh, can you see that? You see how beautiful that is? I hope you can see that. And I'm just going to add that onto my eyes. I'll probably look like a throwback from the fucking 1980s. Oh, that is loud. I expect my neighbour's dogs are going bananas. Oh, that's a very, very nice dark shade. And I'm going over pretty much everything. And I'm pulling it upwards as well, because like I said, don't forget, I've got those hooded eyes, so when I open my eyes, I want it to still be visible. Okay, I'm going to make sure that is all down in this cornery bit, and going up into that transition shade. There you go, like so. What a stunning fucking colour. It's like petrol. At least it doesn't smell like petrol. So I'm going to use my other finger now. I should have done purple really to match my nails, shouldn't I? Oh well, too late now. Time check. Good, I've got half an hour. Everything else is done, it's just my makeup. Check that it looks as even as possible. And now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to put glitter on that. Well, none of those shades. But am I going to add Crystal Ball to this? Do you know what I am? I'm going to add just a little bit of Crystal Ball, which is a full-on like greeny gold shimmer. And I'm just going to add that sparingly over the eye, just to give it a hint of that extra something, you know. Shimmers work best if you use your fingers rather than a brush. I found that out very early on. Okay. It's just enough to, you know, give you a sort of little smattering of glitter. I mean, Christ, who doesn't love a bit of fucking glitter? Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a lip liner brush. No, I'm not. I am going to grab my setting brush and I'm going to just dust away all that under there. And all that fallout is hopefully gone. Now I'm going to grab a little bit of the shapeshifter, which was the first sort of shimmer I put on, with this lip liner brush, which is a Royal & Langnickel one. It's called Painted Lip, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of that on the brush just to bring under my eyes, because the colour is amazing. Like so. And then I'll grab my eyeshadow brush, give that a little dip in there as well, and just blend it in ever so slightly. There you go. That's my eyes done. Now, that away. I'm sort of putting things away so that I don't have shit loads of makeup all over my desk. Okay, so now I am going to add my blusher. This is Maxi Blush by Rimmel in the shade 006 Exposed. I love me some blush. So I've got my big Real Techniques blusher brush number 400. Okay, and you just, oh yeah, grab that blush, baby. And I'm going to bring it up just to enhance that contouring that I did earlier. Okay, now I'm going to use this Makeup Obsession Mega Lightning Highlighter. I've got it in white and pink, but I don't think the pink would go. So first and foremost I'm going to grab that, no I'm not, I'm going to grab the lip liner one. I've put away my fucking brush cleaner thing. I use a cotton pad. If you don't have a brush cleaner, you can always use a cotton pad. Put it on the table, hold it down and just rub your brush over it. And I'm going to pick up a bit of that highlighter. And I'm going to go, oh my god, listen to the fire. It sounds like they're right outside, doesn't it? They're not, they're probably a good mile away. I expect my neighbour's dogs are going fucking apeshit. They hate fireworks. My dog's deaf and don't give a shit. Right, so now that I've done that, I'm then going to grab my makeup brush. And I'm going to grab some of that highlighter. You might be thinking, well fuck, you've put a lot of makeup on, but there is a reason for this. I wear glasses, and you'll see that when I put my glasses on, you won't actually be able to see a lot of this makeup. Everywhere you added your white contour, add some fucking highlight so you shine. Right, now that's it for my powders, okay? So you can put all your brushes and shit away. Now, this is my handy hint. Get your setting spray. Oh, I need some more. get your sponge. Now get a sponge with a flat, this is a real technique, sponge, and spray your sponge. Then press. You don't have to press hard. I really apologise about the noise, but like I said, it's the 5th of November and people celebrate. I don't get it, but you know, whatever. And that's it. That is now set your makeup beautifully, and it should stay because you used the sponge. Now I've got to do my brows, my mascara, and my stuff. Okay, so now I'm going to do my brows. I'm using Wonderful Brow by oh my god, Rimmel in shade 003 Dark. It's a little thing like this. It's a little mascara with a wand, like so, and you literally just, I don't draw any extra or anything like that. I just use this just to darken things up a little bit, like so. It does help define the hairs, you know. Oops.
You right, Mum?
Yep.
I've just checked on the dozens of where it's been seen in Star Trek.
I know.
You remember when it was seen, yeah?
Mum.
Yes, there are. What?
I just looked up all the prices.
Yeah, I'm recording. I'll be out in a minute. Love you. This is my makeup stand. And you want to do this once your setting spray is dry. And you just go bumpity, 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 bumpity. That didn't start. Let's do that again. Oh, it doesn't like it though, does it? Yeah. That'll do. Right, you have to let that dry before you let your hair down. Otherwise your hair will just rub it off. Okay, mascara time. I don't wear lashes because the glasses basically get in the way. I'd love to, but they irritate my eyes as well, to be honest. I always feel like I'm blinking with something in them. To take all this off at the end of the night, you will need micellar water and you will need to wash your face afterwards because you will never get all that glitter off. I also don't wear eyeliner. I'm just telling you things as I think of them. I apologise for people keep coming in talking to me. It's my youngest and my eldest. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to clean my glasses. Do you want to know the best thing in the world for cleaning your glasses? A microfiber cloth, a dry one. Give them a good wipe down so they clean and sparkly. You know, I'm thinking I may need a little more blush. Don't know, what do you think? No, that'll do. Okay. There you go. Now, another thing you need to do jewellery. Okay, now it's Libby time. I'm using a Revolution, the colour is Glory. Handy hint, to sharpen these, put them in the fridge overnight. That light is in exactly the wrong place. Oh my god. Okay. Now I'm going to use L'Oreal Paris in the colour I think it's Everlasting Mocha. I don't flippin' know. It's written so tiny. Might be running a bit low. There you go. What can I use to heat this pie up? Shepherd's pie. Stick it on a small plate or in a bowl. I'll be out in a sec. That's it. All done. I'm just going to make sure these are completely dry before I take down my hair, and I'll post some pictures when I'm done, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.